Hello everyone, let's learn one of the important topic from your NEET biology syllabus, that is respiration in higher plants. And today we are going to learn the respiration, the exchange of gases at cellular level. All of you know that mitochondrion, it is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Why it is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Because the ATPs are produced inside the mitochondria, and wherever there is requirement of ATP in various physiological processes in the cell, the energy is spent in the form of ATP. So ATP is nothing but the energy currency of the cell, and the production of ATP occurs inside the mitochondria. All of you know each eukaryotic cell, it consists of mitochondria in the cell. And why it is known as the powerhouse? Because the entire machinery which is required for production of ATP is available in the mitochondria. You will see that it is a double membrane structure which consists of the outer membrane, which is a smooth and continuous, inner membrane, which is thrown into finger-like projections, and it has some particles which are known as the oxysomes or the F1 particles. And the material inside the inner mitochondrial membrane, the fluid, it is known as the matrix of the mitochondria, which also consists of number of enzymes required for the Krebs cycle, which is the second step in your cellular respiration process. And this reaction of respiration, all of you know, C6H12O6 reacts with 6 molecules of oxygen to form 6 CO2 plus 6 water molecules, and there is release of a large amount of energy. A part of that energy is used to make ATP, and remaining is lost as heat energy. So energy is released. It is an exergonic reaction in which a part of that produced energy is used to make ATP by the ETS. The enzymes required for the ETS, they are available on the inner mitochondrial membrane, and remaining it is lost as the heat energy. So this entire reaction, conversion of glucose, oxidative process, involves oxygen converts glucose into CO2 and water molecules, and energy is released. It is an exergonic reaction, and it does not occur all of a sudden. It takes place in 3 steps, and that are the glycolysis. Second one, it is the Krebs cycle, and third one, it is the ETS, which depends upon the product of Krebs cycle, that is NADH2 and FADH2 produced in the Krebs cycle. They are converted into ATP in the ETS. So basically we will learn each step one by one. First we are going to learn about the glycolysis. Glycolysis, it is the first step which is common to both aerobic as well as anaerobic respiration. Means it is common step for fermentation also. We are learning here the aerobic respiration, aerobic kind of respiration, in which you will see that inside the cytoplasm of the cell, if you consider this as a cell, in the cytoplasm you will see glycolysis is occurring, the first step in this respiration. The next step, Krebs cycle, it occurs in the matrix of the mitochondrion. And the ETS, that is conversion of NADH to FADH2 produced in the Krebs cycle in the link reaction in the glycolysis, is converted into ATP on the inner mitochondrial membrane. So ETS, it occurs on the inner mitochondrial membrane. So we will learn everything, but we will go step by step. The first step today is glycolysis. So what is mean by glycolysis? It is nothing but the breaking of sugar. It is a partial breaking of sugar into molecules of pyruvic acid. Glycase means sugar, and lysis means breakdown. So it is nothing but the breaking or breakdown of glucose into molecules of pyruvic acid. So you will see that in the glycolysis, which occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell, which is also known as the EMP pathway, that is the Embden, Meyerhof and Parnas pathway. It involves 10 steps, and in the 10th step, glucose, which is a 6 carbon compound, it is converted into 2 molecules of 3 carbon molecules, that is our pyruvic acid. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid are produced at the end of glycolysis. It means glucose is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, and there is net gain of 2 ATP, and 2 molecules of NADH2 are also produced. One NADH2 can give you 2.5 ATP and 2 NADH2 will give you 5 ATP. So we will learn all that in details, how NADH2 converted into ATP. But first we have to learn about conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid and what are the steps. So let's learn here. It is glucose which is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. You are seeing here that one phosphate has been added. It means that one ATP has been used and converted into ADP, and that phosphate is added to glucose to form glucose 6-phosphate. Enzyme involved here is the hexokinase. In the next step, you will see that glucose 6-phosphate, it is converted into fructose 6-phosphate, which is an isomer of glucose 6-phosphate. Here, enzyme involved is the phosphoglucoisomerase. This is just isomerization reaction. And next step, you will see fructose 6-phosphate. It is converted, again phosphorylated, using one more ATP, which is converted into ADP, and fructose 6-phosphate, it forms fructose 1,6 biphosphate. Here the enzyme involved is the phosphofructokinase. So you have here fructose 1,6 biphosphate, 2 phosphates are added. Now this molecule is highly unstable. It breaks down into 2 molecules of 3 carbon each. Fructose 6 carbon sugar, it breaks readily into 2 molecules in presence of enzyme aldolase to form one aldehydic sugar, one ketonic sugar, that is dihydroxyacetone phosphate, which is also of 3 carbon, and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is also 3 carbon sugar. But you will see that this DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, cannot be utilized further in the reactions. Hence this acetonic form is converted into aldehydic form. So you will see that this sugar DHAP is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. You will get 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and this reaction occurs in presence of enzyme triose phosphate isomerase, which converts DHAP into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. From here onwards, you have 2 molecules of each 3 carbon compound. So here you have 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which are converted into 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid. You can write it as 1,3 by PGA. You have 2 molecules of this 1,3 by PGA, and this reaction occurs by removal of hydrogen atoms from glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which are added to NAD to form NADH2. You are getting 2 molecules of 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid. You will get 2 molecules of NADH2, and this reaction occurs in presence of enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Now, what is the product? 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid. You can call it as 1,3 by PGA. And for your convenience, you can write 1,3 by PGA is converted into 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Means phosphate from first carbon is removed. That removed phosphate, it combines with ADP to form ATP. From here onwards, you will see that ATPs are going to be produced. Here ATP has been utilized, but here ATP is going to be produced. you have 2 molecules of 1,3 by PGA, you will get 2 molecules of 3 PGA and 2 ATPs here. Okay, in the so end product is here is 3 phosphoglyceric acid. You will see in the next step 3 phosphoglyceric acid, it is converted into 2 phosphoglyceric acid. 3 phosphoglyceric acid is converted into 2 phosphoglyceric acid. Means just the position of phosphate has been changed. It is removed from the third carbon of phosphoglyceric acid and added to the second carbon of the phosphoglyceric acid. So here just a mutation kind of reaction is there. In the next step, you will see 2 phosphoglyceric acid. It is converted into phosphoenol pyruvic acid. You can write it PEP for your convenience, but it is phosphoenol pyruvic acid. And here there is removal of water molecule and it occurs in presence of enzyme enolase and phosphoenol pyruvate. It is formed. In the next and the last step, you will see that phosphate is removed from phosphoenol pyruvate, added to ADP to form ATP, and you will get the end product of glycolysis, that is the pyruvate or pyruvic acid. You will get 2 molecules because from here onwards you have 2 molecules of each compound, and at the end of glycolysis from glucose you will get 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, that is the pyruvate. Here also ATP is produced, 2 ATPs are produced here, and you will see that in the 10 steps glucose has been converted into pyruvic acid. If you see the energy sheet, the balance sheet or the energy sheet in glycolysis, you will see that 2 ATPs are produced here, 2 ATP at this step, 2 plus 2, 4 ATPs, but initially 2 ATPs have been utilized. You have to reduce or subtract the produced, the utilized ATP from the obtained ATP. So 4 minus 2, you will get net gain or the direct ATP formed in the glycolysis is just 2 ATP, and you get 2 NADH2 at this step, conversion of G3P into 1,3 by PGA. It involves the production of NADH2. 1 NADH2 can give you 2.5 ATP. You are getting here 2 NADH2 means total 5 ATPs are produced in the electron transport system. So that 5 ATP from NADH2 to NADH2 will give you 5 ATP. So 5 plus 2, 7 ATPs are gained from glycolysis, but the net gain ATP or the direct ATP formed in the glycolysis is just 2 ATP. Because conversion of that NADH2 and FADH2, it occurs in it is a long process, involves a number of enzymes, and it is the third step in respiration. You will see here there are number of complexes or group of enzymes which are involved in the conversion of that NADH2 into ATP, but how many direct ATPs are produced in glycolysis? You have to tell the answer that 2 ATPs are produced. So we have learned today about the glycolysis, that is the first step in cellular respiration, and in the next class we will learn about the Krebs cycle. And one more thing between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle is that one interesting part is the link reaction, where you will see that the end product of glycolysis, that the pyruvic acid, it cannot enter the Krebs cycle, but it needs to be converted into acetyl coenzyme A, that is a 2-carbon compound, and that acetyl coenzyme A reacts with oxaloacetic acid, and there is a running of Krebs cycle. That is the second part. But glycolysis, it is the common step for both aerobic as well as anaerobic respiration. So thank you. I hope all of you understood this. Thank you.